Hello, my name is Andrew Peterson. I am the manager of the Jerome State Historic Park. This is one of the oldest parks in the system. It was donated to the state of Arizona to become a museum in 1962 and opened as a state park in 1965. We're located just south of Sedona and north of Prescott, kind of right in the center of Arizona. Jerome State Historic Park is not so much a park as it is a museum. We have museum exhibits on geology, mining technology, and the general history of Jerome in the Douglas Mansion here. This was built in 1916 out of adobe bricks. There's over 80,000 adobe bricks that were constructed on the site here. It's a really good place to start your visit to Jerome because you're going to get all of the history of the town and why it became a town, the copper mining, how important it was during the Second Industrial Revolution. The source of copper here was immense. It was booming town in the 1920s, the Roaring 20s as they call it. So when the United Verde Copper Company operated their mine, that was the source of income and employment for the area. And when they shut down, all the miners had to go find other jobs at other mines, and Jerome became the largest ghost town in America. The history of the mine here in Jerome goes back to the Native American days. The ore body was originally on the surface, and the Native Americans would mine the blue and green rock called azurite and malachite for dyeing textiles and making jewelry and just trading early on. In the 1500s, when the Spanish came through, they were looking for gold, of course, and they noted that there was copper here, but they weren't interested in copper, so they moved on. And later, when the settlers came through in the 1800s, Fort Verde was set up down in Camp Verde to protect the pioneers and the different mining operations that were just starting to flourish here. Jerome was a significant part of the national GDP when the mine was operating. The minerals collected from the belly of this mountain here, in today's money, was over $18 billion. The gold, silver, and zinc that came out of this mountain were significant in the Second Industrial Revolution when the need for copper was astronomical for electricity lines, telephone lines, the telegraph, all of the turn of the century things. Busiest times for the park is usually spring break or Halloween. Halloween is a big one for Jerome, being the largest ghost town in America. There's numerous ghost walk adventure type tours that will give you a little ghost meter, and you'll walk around and they'll tell you ghost stories of all the hauntings and different things in the town. I've had visitors come to our park and say that this museum is one of the best museums they've ever seen. They compare it to the Smithsonian Museum and other large museums like that. We're a smaller museum, but we are definitely a high quality, really in-depth museum of the Wild West, so to speak, but more of the mining and geology, and the life that people lived was very hard back then, and we try to respect that and let people know just how it was living back in the early 1900s.